Actually, I have one question that during the Spark classes, we are using PySpark also, and we have used there was something else also, right?
Something else.
Uh, Spark and PySpark both, right?
See, both are actually same. So when you use a Spark, like with the Spark, you have two options, Scala and Python. So if you use Python, then it's PySpark.
When we use Python, it's actually a when we use PySpark, it's actually a Python. This is what you're saying.
Yes, yes. See, Spark is a framework. With that, you need a programming language. Okay. So
That's
if you
right.
use Python with that, so it's going to be called PySpark. If you use
Mhm.
Scala with that, then it's a Scala Spark.
Okay. And when we go to a console of Glue, so that
Mm-hmm.
there are three options. One is we go through the ETL design, which in ETL designer, right? Another option is create a notebook, and again we have one more option. So all are doing the same task, or in ETL also we are creating the workflows, right? And in create a notebook also we are creating that. I
See,
mean,
actually, I have explained this. Maybe you have missed a particular class. But
mhm.
see, Visual Editor is kind of doing extract, transform, load. Their thing is that you are not writing code. You are just dragging, dropping the components and making them in a flow to do your changes, transformations, or calculations. Okay.
Mhm.
In the notebook, we can execute our code in a line by line manner, or you can say block by block manner. Okay.
Mhm.
It is easy to debug, fix the code, and testing purpose. So in the development phase, you might write your code on the notebook, and then you can convert that, on the script, complete script. Then on the script editor, we write the complete script.
So script editor we cannot debug, right?
We cannot debug. I mean, the complete job is going to be done, start from
Okay.
start to end.
Okay, so you can say second option is only for development purpose. Once our development is over, then we are going to use our third option and we can schedule the jobs and whatever we want to do in that, right?
Yes. So instead of only, I'll say mostly because sometimes projects do use notebooks also. You can schedule notebooks as well. That is available. But yeah, ideally it's a script editor that we use.
Okay. So when you say that this schedule option is available in both the cases, then if somebody is asking you when to choose when, then how to reply this?
There's no huge difference. I mean, it's same thing.
Okay.
Behind the scenes, it's the same thing.
Okay. And which one we use in the production? I mean, generally, what
Mostly
you
is
prefer?
editor.
Editor. Okay. Okay. Might be a mistake. I'm going through all the recordings, but I was not able to understand this point.
No worries, no worries. Okay, Shwarya, Karthik, you guys have any questions?
Actually, yesterday I tried that creating Snowflake account, but none of the edition, right? I'm not able to create those this thing actually, warehouse thing. Yeah, so by
Let me
default we
see
have
this
only
screen.
computer warehouse.
Can you share the screen?
Just log in.
You're going to share?
Yeah, just log in.
Take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on admin. Warehouse.
Well, where this one is?
No, go, warehouse open on the left hand side only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you already have created this, no?
No, by default it came actually. Okay, so we need to create over here. Okay.
Okay, yeah, now we can click on players warehouse. Actually, there's a query as well. Let me see one thing. Whatever you can do with the visual editor, that same thing can be done with the queries as well, mostly. Okay, so let me reshare my screen. I think the problem is solved.
Yeah.
Okay, so I should have it somewhere with me.
I got confused because in your editor, right, it was showing upside, right? But my editor is looking different.
No, it's same only. Might be different. I'm not sure about. This is a query to create or replace warehouse. You can give them warehouse name, warehouse size, and initially is presented equals to true. Then if you want, you can provide these options also, like warehouse type, standard, or Snowpark optimized. You can choose one of these. You can choose size from these options. Cluster, you can choose minimum cluster. All those scaling policies you can choose. Okay. In that case, let's move ahead. See, I have tried to create this notebook, a document for you, a SQL. Let's rename this, not CSV only. This actually contains both. Yes. So I'll save this. Yeah. So see, now today we are going to see how to integrate your S3 and Snowflake to work together. Okay. So for that, what you have to do, as my step 1 says, you have to create a IAM role with third-party account. Okay. So we haven't seen this thing till now. So let's do this. Come on your IAM page. Go inside the roles. Click on create role. Choose AWS account, not AWS service. Okay. What we are trying to do here is, okay, understand this also. I mean, do not just follow it blindly. First of all, I'm going to create a third-party AWS account role. So it is possible that your account can connect with my account and trigger my glue jobs or get data from S3. That is also possible thing. Okay. All you have to do is create a proper IAM role and give the proper permissions. Correct. Now in this, I'm going to create a AWS account. So what is going to happen? A policy document reference is going to be created, and then I'll modify that. Okay. Here you have to choose request external ID. Okay. So your external IDs will also be created. Just give a random ID, whatever you prefer, and click next. Now you need to give the permissions, like what third party can do with your AWS account. So all you need is S3 full access. Click on next, give it a proper meaningful name. You can say Snowflake S3 access role. Okay. Once we have done this, this is what I was looking. No, not this one. Come down and click on create role. If you look for that role, Snowflake, okay, you have to comment trust relationships, and this is what I was looking for. Okay, basically I have got a easy JSON documentation with me. All I have to do is I have to change this ARN. Okay, I have to change this ARN and I have to change the external ID. Okay, this will be provided by the Snowflake. So it's basically, we are going to say here we are going to pass the Snowflake ID. So it's, Snowflake will be able to connect with our AWS account. Okay. Now what you have to do is come on the Snowflake. follow the step 2, create a table. So my table is already created. I can take a Snowflake. Let's say this table. I'm going to create this. I'm going to choose my glue schema only, and I'm going to create a countries name. I created my table as normal. Then you have to create an integration object. So basically, integration object is the one that basically connects your IAM role with AWS accounts. So to do so, all you have to do is copy the syntax and paste it here. Okay. You have to give the storage AWS ARN. Okay. AWS role ARN you have to give. Okay. So that is this one. Okay. You will choose this ARN and copy it down here. Now it is asking for you storage allowed locations, like what locations on S3 you want to allow to be connected with this integration object. So if you want to do customization, you can come on S3 and pass the ARN of S3 buckets. Let's see, choose this bucket. Let's see, choose this folder. You will copy this S3 URI and paste it down here. If you want more URI, you can put a comma and paste one more URIs. Okay. That is when you want to do customizations. If you want to give complete access, just choose star here. Okay. This is for everyone, everything. Okay. It is a type of external storage because the actual storage is still on S3. Okay. And then storage provider is your S3. You will create this and see. I am saying create or replace storage. Okay. What kind of storage I am creating? I am creating a storage kind of integration. And what is the name of that storage? I am saying S3 INT. Okay. So I'll modify this because I have already created this. I'll say S3 INT test. Okay. I'll create this one. It is created. Okay. So what we have done, kind of, we have created, or you can say, first of all, we created ARN on AWS. Then using that ARN, we have connected Snowflake to AWS. Okay. But still we have to allow here. Okay. If you see this thing, it is still pointing to AWS. We have to allow this trust entity to access Snowflake. Okay. I'll come back. There's a command that you can execute. Obviously choose the correct name. Name is S3 INT test, so I'll replace it here. And then this is it. Okay, I'm able to connect my sorry, my bad. I'm able to describe my integration object. Okay, then what you have to do, you have to choose the storage AWS IAM user ARN. Okay, you have to choose this ARN. Okay, click on this, copy this and paste it here. This is the ARN that you have to paste here. Edit trust policy. Sorry, my bad. Now this is the same IAM role. Earlier it was kind of no use, but now we are saying allow access in this AWS account using a IAM role to a third party, and the resource name of the third party is this. Okay, that is what we are saying. So this is a kind of a ID has been created by Snowflake for itself, and now we are using the same ID here. We have to change the external ID as well. That external ID is actually this one, row number 7. This is your external ID. Choose this and paste it there. Click on update policy. So this process of connecting the two accounts using IAM role creation and integration object creation is one time only if you use star. Okay. If you want to do customizations, that means if you are not providing star here, if you're only creating it for particular buckets, then you might have to create few more integration objects, which is obviously true in the production because we do not create accesses like this. We do not put a star here for sure. Okay.
Jalaj, what is this external ID?
Which one? This is a kind of a ID to Snowflake things. Just if you see here, it external ID is this is the name and this is the ID like for which integration object is created. See, this will not change. Okay, as many times you can try to create a ARN, this will not change, but this ID will change for particular integration object. This ID you can say is for this integration object. Okay, so if you check this closely, see the first one is a kind of a name to your account. Second one is a kind of a ID to your integration object. Okay. So if you check this out, it is HHV 90,000. If I describe this for other one, it is still same HHV 90,000, but this ID is changed. Okay, it's like NUQ equals, and here we should have something different.
This is object table wise or database wise?
Come again.
Is it database wise or is it table wise?
You can create as per your convenience. Basically, you are connecting to S3 bucket. If I'm saying star, that means all the buckets are connected. So what I'm trying to say, you might connect a integration object that connects to a different bucket. Then you can create a different integration object that can connect to different bucket. So every integration object might point to different buckets. But for this demo, we are just using star. Okay.
Got it.
Okay. So this ID will change for each and every integration object, but this IAM user ARN will not change. And this process is only one time if you're using star for. Okay. Now, once away, I'll just take a pause here. If you other guys have any questions.
Jalaj, can you please repeat this process again?
Yes. So we have to create a IAM role, okay, with a third-party account and give a random ID. So let me type it properly and keep random external, not random. Okay, random external ID. You can do anything. Okay. Once you create that role, let it be there. Okay. Once you create that role, let it be there. Okay. But just make sure that you create this with the third party account, not with the AWS service. Okay. Once that is created, create a table in the Snowflake. This is kind of optional step. You might already have the table, or you can create the table on later stage as well. Okay. You can also create the table later once your ingestion objects is ready, or you can create before as per your choice, or you can create the table in this flow. It is your convenience, what you feel good. Third is you have to create the integration object that is basically going to connect your AWS service to your Snowflake account. See, in this third part, in this IAM role, you still have to give a proper external ID and proper ARN, okay? Because those are just still pointing to your own AWS account, okay? So you have to change that. To change that, you have to get the proper values. To get the proper values, you have to create this integration object. Okay. In this, these three things will always remain same. Your name can change. You have to give a proper name as per your naming conventions. Okay. Then you have to change IAM role ARN here. Okay. Replace ARN from step 1 role creation. Okay. And to get it run this thing. Okay, you have to run this command. This is going to give you these details that we can see on the screen. You have to take the fifth one. I have mentioned that here. Okay, you have to pick the storage AWS IAM user ARN. Okay, and replace principal value. That means this value. This principal's value you have to replace. Okay, then you have to pick storage AWS external ID. That is this one, storage AWS external ID. Okay, copy this and replace it here on the external ID. This is exactly what I'm writing. Okay, here you have to give S3 bucket name or names. Okay, as per your requirement, or give star for all bucket access. Okay. Once you do this, you have connected your Snowflake account with your AWS account. Okay. Now from this point onwards, you will be able to load the data from your S3 buckets into a table. To load that, still we have to follow a few steps that we will see. So let me know if you have any questions.
Jalaj, so for each, so you're telling that storage allocated locations, right? So we should not give star. We need to create only for bucket level. Generally, that is preferred. So for each bucket, we'll be creating different integration.
Yeah, it depends on your project, like how they have secured their account or how they want it to be.
Yeah. So this integration part is must, right? This piece of code we must. If you want to connect Snowflake with AWS, this is must.
Yes, this is must. Okay. Then we have to do a step 6. Okay. Step 6 is we have to create a file format. So basically, when we say copy a command, we have to tell Snowflake what kind of file format we are expecting on the source side, whether it is a XML, whether it is a CSV, Parquet, Avro, JSON, what it is. Okay. So for that, we have to create a file format. For that, we have this command. Okay, just take it out, take it on Snowflake. I am saying create or replace file format. This is the name of the file format. So I'm saying inside my glue database, inside the glue schema, create this CSV file format. And I'll say for now, file format _2. Okay. Not like this file format. Okay. Just modify the name because I already have CSV file format. What I'm saying here is type is equals to CSV. Field delimiter, that means my fields are separated by comma. Field optionally enclosed by double quotes. That basically means, see, you have to understand this part actually. Okay, let me get that file. This one. If you see this example on row number 28, okay, this example, you can see, if you do not say field enclosed by comma, what it will do, it will take 27 as a one column. Okay, it will take this as a name, and then it will take this as a nationality. Okay, I am taking the column names from here. So country ID is first, name is second, third is nationality. So it will see the first comma. Okay, it will call it country ID. It will see the second comma. It will call it like Bonar will become name, and then this will become your nationality, and your nationality will become something else. Okay. So this is what happens when you have a common thing, like something like comma as a separator, because comma can also be there in the values. Okay. In that case, you have to enclose your values in the double quotes. This is exactly what I'm trying to say here. Okay. If you do not use this option, you will get error. Okay, let's comment it out for now. Okay, then I'm saying null if if both the else are null, then return like this is are these things are same, like small null and big nulls are same, treat them as a null only. We have to skip the header. We have to just say like the first line. This line we do not want to read this as a data point. This is our header. Then empty field as a null. That means yes, if you see any field as empty, convert that into a SQL null. Okay. Do not keep it as a see there's a difference. If you know SQL, sometimes we have to select to filter something. Sometimes we have to say is null, or sometimes we have to say it equals to this. Okay, both are not same. Okay, you have to understand this part. So we are converting our null, we are converting our blank to null. Okay, using this line. So more or less, it's always going to be same for your CSV file delimiters. Sorry, for your CSV file formats. Only delimiter might change, but other things are going to be same only. Okay, so create this. Now, my file format is created. I also have to create a stage where my data is going to be staged. Okay, so I will choose this query or command, whatever you can call it. This time I'm saying create a replace stage, giving a name external stage. I'll add _2 here. Okay. Now what from which location I want to stage my data? I want to stage my data from this particular location. Okay. I would like to stage my data from this particular location. So for every table, okay, understand this part. For every table, we will create a stage. Okay. For every table, we will create a stage that is going to belong to a particular table. Okay. So this is the path. From this path, I would like to load the data into my countries table. That's why I have chosen this path. Okay. Then I will say storage integration, like to load data from this path. We need some authentication that we have already created. So I will say what are the name I've given here as saint test I will use. Okay. Then our file format I will modify it to this file format. So whatever the ingestion object and file format we have already created, we will simply use those and we will pass a URL. I'll execute this. So stage area is successfully created. Now we can run a copy command. Okay, so before running the copy command, let me show you the table is already empty. So I'll say select star from, what is the table name I have created above? Countries table. Okay, we can see we have no data here. So I'll just come down and perform my step 8, that is load data. Okay, so I will use this copy command. Let's make a scan. I'll use this copy command. Okay, it's a very as simple. It's a very straightforward command. I am saying copy into my countries table, not in country 2. I am saying from the stage that I have created. This is the location of my stage. From at you have to say at operator, and then you have to pass your stage name. This is stage. Okay, so I'll replace it here, and then I can copy this. So repeating, ingestion object we have created. Then I created file format to let know what kind of file format we are expecting to load. Then I created a stage to pinpoint the exact location or pinpoint the exact file which we want to load into our table. Okay. In this, we will use our integration object and the file format that we created earlier. And then I'm going to copy data from my S3 into table. So if I execute this query, you can see we are getting error. What it is saying, it is pinpointing to exact location. Okay, in this column, in the countries table, we were supposed to get, we were supposed to get end of line character. Okay, because what happened this time, it treated this empty one, okay, as a organization region ID. Okay, after this it is not expecting any value, but we have extra value because it treated this comma as a separator. Okay, it treated this comma as a separator, that's why we have extra value, and hence we are getting an error. And it is clearly saying that it was expecting a slash n, that is end of line, but still we have the values in that particular line. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to recreate this my file format. So I will uncomment this part. I'll recreate my file format. Okay, I will re-upload it into stage, and I'll try to copy data into my table. You can see we have successfully loaded 249 rows. Okay, now if I run a select star, I have some data in my table. Okay, and do not get confused here. This is still a internal table to Snowflake. We have copied our data from S3 into Snowflake. Okay, like we did yesterday, we had copied data from our local machine into Snowflake table. Okay, so even if you now go ahead and delete the data from S3, it will not matter. You will still have the data here. So this is the process to copy data from S3 to Snowflake for a CSV file format. So I'll take you to my visual editor. If you have any questions, you can let me know. Let's run from it.
Jalaj, actually, what is that stage thing? Because we see three type of tables, like a temporary, permanent, and a transfer thing. So this stage is kind of table or what? What it is actually?
See, this is not a table, okay? This is a stage only. You can call it a stage. It's a element of a Snowflake data warehouse. Okay. See, we are loading some data into a table. Okay. Now this should be its schema, its column should be exactly matching with the table. Okay. If I run the copy command, okay, how will my Snowflake know from where it has to load the data, which file it has to load? Okay, because when we created the integration object, we created the integration object to allow all the files, not to define which location it's going to pick the data from. We allow the locations, but still you have to mention the location now, like which file it has to copy, which data it has to copy into table.
Okay. So like Athena, right? Directly we are creating external table and giving the path, right? Like that location. We mention location and give the path. So like that we can't do here. So it's by default we need to create a stage, and after that only we need to give copy into table.
Yes,
Like
yes, yes, yes. You cannot give the file path directly to copy.
and also that and from and giving a stage name, that is mandatory. When all you use is and actually.
Which end? This at?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you have to mention this like this. This is a kind of syntax you can say.
No, that's all. It's used only for stage or for any other thing. We using that.
No, you have to mention it for stage only. I mean, you always have the stage here in the from command. Okay, if you have no further questions, then let's move forward to second thing, that is loading data from Parquet file. So in Parquet file uploader, okay, there is one difference. It is not exactly like the CSV files. Okay, so I have one Parquet file in my downloads directory. Okay, this is my no, not this one. Sorry. I think I have removed it. This is my Parquet file. Okay, house price. To view this Parquet file, what I did, a simple thing. Just open notebook. This one. Okay. You can see I'm simply reading my Parquet file. Okay. And okay, I have to import the PD, read the file, and then I'm simply using the DF columns to list out all the columns, or you can also, just print the DF also. This is your Parquet file looks like. Okay. Now, according to it, I have created a table. So the query, the syntax to create a table is here. Okay, this is the table that I have already created. So let's create a _2 table to reload again. Okay. So let's let keep all the queries actually intact. Okay, I'll recreate this table with housing prices _2. Execute this. Okay, this table is created. Obviously, this table has no data right now. And the structure of the table, I am looking to create something like this, this sort of structure into my table. Okay, that's why I just read it the Parquet file using the pandas to visualize the Parquet file. Okay, just the whole purpose is that. Okay, now to load the Parquet file, what you have to do is you have to create a file format. Okay, integration object, we can reuse the same integration object because we have marked star there, so we have access to our all S3 locations. Okay, so just copy this command, copy this query command, and execute this on Snowflake. Okay, Parquet stage is created. It's very simple one. GlueDB, glue schema, Parquet stage, and if you see here, I'm not mentioning. Wait a second. I'll copy. Yeah, I have created a staging table. Sorry, I don't know what I'm thinking, but I have created a Parquet stage table first. Okay, I'll explain the origin of this. Okay, just for now, ignore this. We have to create a file format. I was supposed to copy this query. Let's create a file format, and it's very straightforward. Just give a file format name and say type equals to Parquet. Okay, then create a stage. Just a second, guys. I'll be back. Just a second. Sorry. Yeah. So see, we have created a Parquet file format. Okay. Now I'm creating a Parquet stage. Okay. Same thing. Okay? It's the same syntax. Just I have changed the location. This time I have uploaded the same file. Okay. This file I have uploaded to S3 at location, and that location is this location. Okay. So I'll create this stage. Now, thing is, let's try this. If we can do this, let's start from. Ideally, I'm not sure whether this will work or not. Never tried this. Okay. Thing is, you can see once I create this stage and run my select query, the data is looking like this. Okay, data is looking like some JSON format. Okay, because in Parquet we have no separator. It is all column values. Okay, it is all key values. Okay, we have no separator here, and Parquet data will always come like this. Okay, this is what this is why I was doing this thing. I created a table with a single column, that is all calls with a variant type. Variant basically means it can it can consume all the columns. Okay, it can consume all the columns from the source. And if you see here, when I do select star, check this out clearly. When I do select star, I only have $1. Okay, this is the by default column name you will get when you try to query a Parquet file using a stage. Okay, this is the by default column name you will get. Okay, so this is the reason this is the reason I have created this temporary table. Okay, this is the reason I have created a kind of a stage table, you can say, or temporary table, you can say. Okay, so what we do, guys, okay, first we copy data into this table. First we copy data into this table. Okay, so for that I will say table only has one column. Okay, it is a variant type, that means it can store any kind of data. For now it's a complex JSON format, it's a key value pair. If I do this, okay, I need to write from. Let's fix it here as well. Okay, we have loaded 545 rows. So even if I do a select star from this table now, instead of this directly mentioning the stage, okay, this is a stage. This is, sorry, it's not a stage. Okay, it's a table. I should give a proper name. Parquet stage table, I should say. Okay, I will say Parquet stage table, and same name I will use here in the copy command. We do not get confused. Okay, if you see here, if I do a select star from this Parquet stage table, I will get the same thing. Okay, this is what we are getting. Okay, but obviously it is not looking absolute correct values. This is not what we are looking for. We just have all calls column. Okay, and we just have some JSON based values. We want to have proper values. Okay, so I'll let you know how to get the proper values, but first of all, if you have any confusion still here, let me know. Otherwise, we have followed the same process. We created a file format, we created a stage, and yes, for this one extra thing that we have done, we have created a stage table as well, because data is coming as a JSON, not as a proper columns. So I'll take a pause here if you have any questions.
Yeah, Jalaj. So this table creation, it is done for packet format file only.
Yeah, Parquet, JSONs.
Okay.
Okay. So see, next thing we have to create a proper formatted table. Okay. For that you have to run a command something like this. Okay. Now we will say to copy data into our main housing prices table _2. Okay. And from where we have to copy, and from inside from we will say select from $1. Okay. If you remember when I executed this command from the stage. Okay, when I executed this command from the stage, select star from the stage part. Let's pick this up the stage. Sorry, my bad. Here in the select part, and we have to say add for the stage. You can see I only have one column. That column is nothing but a $1. Okay, the column is nothing but a $1. That's what I'm saying here in this query or in this command. I am saying $1. Okay, first of all I'm saying $1. Then I say pick price. Okay, I will have price in this one. In this example, let's say you can see I have price here. Okay, pick price and treat this as a float type. Okay, treat this as a float type. Okay, then comma, then $1. Then I'm picking the area. So I will have area here and treat this as an integer. Okay. So what I'm doing basically in this select statement, whatever I have in my create table. Okay, so if I come back to my create table, I am maintaining the same sequence that I have in my create table. Okay, so price, area, bedrooms, bathrooms, same sequence I have here. And also, while you write this code here, you have to make sure that both the cases, spaces, like everything else is exactly matching with this rows details. Okay, it should exactly match with these details. If you make some changes here, if you make case changes also, you will get syntax error. That particular column will not be picked up. Okay, so the sequence has to be exact that you are trying to upload into this table. Okay, so if I simply run the select query, okay, you can see I am getting the data in now proper column wise format. It is not more in the row, it is not more in the JSON format. Okay, and this is what exactly we were looking for. See, as we are copying it from the state, that's why we are saying $1. If you are trying to copy it from the table, okay, that means if you say something like this from Parquet stage table, okay, then you know what we have in Parquet stage table. If I remove this and if I say Parquet stage table here in the select statement, and we know that in this we have all calls that we have created. Okay, this is the column name that we given to our variant data type of our stage table. So in that case, what you will do, replace your $1. Let's replace it on notepad. It will be easy. $1. Okay, I'll replace it with all calls. Understand this part. Okay, do not need to kind of just memorize this. Understand this part. What we are doing, we are referring to all calls now. Okay, if we are picking it up from the table, whatever the name that to that column we have given in that stage table, now we will refer to that column. If I execute this select statement, we will get again the proper details. Okay, If I run this complete sentence like copy into SQL compilation error. Okay, it cannot, copy it from the, I think it cannot copy it from the table. You have to mention the stage only. And in the stage, you have to mention the at. And this is not table only. Okay, this is how we load data from a Parquet file to our main table. Okay, this kind of tables, the stage tables you can create to load data in a JSON format and keep them saved for you. Okay, just in case if that gets deleted or you are just referring them in if you're just simply referring that in some views or like that, then still you can use the stage table as well. Obviously, that is not a preferred one. So if you have any questions, you can let me know. I see some messages here. Oh, if you have any questions, you can let me know.
Jalaj, can you do select star on this table name? Housing price.
Yes, let's do that. This is going to be like a normal table only.
You need to just check whether it's also going to show all calls switched to price.
Will not show that.
Not like that. Okay, perfect. On top itself, we are assigning schema, right? There we can't do anything like this.
Come again, please.
No. On top, right? We are assigning like schema thing, right?
No. There we can.
Schema.
You are saying here, no?
Oh yeah.
This point.
Right.
While creating the table.
No,
we cannot.
No, I'm telling this one on line somewhat above. Schema thing they're creating, right? Create a request. Here file for store. Here we will specify, right? For CSV we are given, right? Schema name.
Can you pinpoint the line number?
No, 72 from 16 before stage will be creating another thing, right? Create a
It's an Ingestion object only, no? Oh, file format, yeah. No,
but,
here we cannot do that. Okay, no, here we cannot do that.
Okay, just you can specify type of file only here. Nothing else.
Yes. That's
okay. And also, when you say the column names are same, but what about the characters? Yeah, I mean data types. So it can be anything, right? Like I can give everything as an varchar.
Yeah, you can give anything to varchar. That is not an issue.
That's not issue. No.
I mean, I have created a proper table, but if you are not willing to do so, you can convert this into all varchar. So meanwhile, you ask question, if any, let me share the documents with you. So what you need?
Just a general question. So for accessing the S3 bucket only, we're using AWS, right? Apart from that, is there any other use? And also like
Sorry, I lost you. Come again, please.
No, this is kind of an entry question, I assume. So why you are using AWS? storing it in S3. Can't we do it? Store it in a Snowflake itself instead of using the S3.
We can do that.
It's not available, or
no,
okay.
no, we can do that. We can do that. We can directly push to Snowflake as well.
Okay, so what's the use of this actually?
S3.
Yeah, just in combination. Why you are using both the products, AWS and Snowflake? Why not only Snowflake?
See, this we actually discussed, but okay. See, let's say you are moving data from some source to cloud. Okay, so you can plan it in two ways. Okay, either you design the complete schema and then you start moving your data. Okay, so to store data on Snowflake, we have to design the proper schemas for your data. We have to create tables. Correct? But on S3, we can directly push it on S3 without thinking anything.
Yep.
And then we can decide what we need to be in tables. And let's say there is something which is not important, okay, that we should create a table for that, but it is not completely worthless also, so we can delete that. That kind of data can also rest on S3. So just in case if in future we need that, we can create a table on top of that. Otherwise, it's just staying there, not costing us a fortune.
Yeah, I understand. So they are. So interview can ask, right, what is that then Athena is used for? In Athena itself, I can create that S3 and create that schemas, right?
Yeah. So see, obviously you are not going to use Athena, Redshift, S3. Sorry, obviously you are not going to use this Athena, Redshift, Snowflake, all three at the same time. Only one of these will be there, as per your uses and preferences.
Okay. So due to benefits, how can you say to an interview like why you are not using Athena and using Snowflake? So you can say it's due to some processing or money financial.
Yes, Athena is not a competition of Snowflake. Okay, Athena is just a tool that can see. Athena you should use where you are not writing any complex query. You just want to query the data. Okay, now there's a difference. Query the database means we want to write some select queries or select star queries or some joins, some group by, some where clause. Okay, it is not that you write 10 inner level queries.
Okay.
Okay, but Snowflake you can do anything. So if you have a use case of Athena label, then you will choose Athena. If you have a use case of Snowflake label, you will choose Snowflake. But if you're choosing both of them, then something is wrong there.
Okay.
And see, these things are optimizations, best practices are just for interview. Sometimes projects do whatever they think they want to do.
Yeah, just for interview person I'm asking actually. I've seen read many interview questions like what's the why we are using a Redshift instead of Snowflake, because Redshift Photos has been declared as a serverless, it seems.
Yes, they have gone serverless.
So they're asking why Snowflake, like that. Many questions are there like that. Why this, why that, like that.
See, it's like these kind of questions are like why Hyundai, why not Nexon? Both are same things. You can argue over that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, then we'll meet tomorrow and we'll finalize the Snowflake tomorrow. We still have a few more things to discuss on Snowflake.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you guys. Bye bye.